Fingerman wants to be your friend. Dear Mr. Fingerman, I saw your request for stories on another YouTube channel, so I figured I'd give you quite a wild one from my childhood. My name is Sarah, and for months, I lived in a nightmare that I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. It all started when I was 15. In the house I grew up in, what I experienced was something out of a horror movie. And even now, I shudder at the memories. It began innocently enough, with strange noises in the night. At first, I thought it was just the house settling, or maybe the wind outside. But soon, I realized these sounds were different, deliberate. They were whispers, faint but unmistakable, coming from under my bed. I tried to convince myself it was my imagination, but every night, the noises grew louder and more distinct. It felt like someone was under there, talking just loud enough for me to hear, but not to understand. My parents thought I was just having bad dreams, but I knew it was real. The torment escalated. Objects in my room began to move on their own. I would wake up to find my things scattered across the floor, drawers pulled open, and my bedsheets tugged off. One night, I felt a cold, clammy hand grab my ankle and tug. I screamed, and my parents rushed in, but there was nothing to be seen. The most terrifying incident happened about 3 months into this ordeal. I was lying in bed, trying to ignore the whispers, when suddenly, I felt a powerful force drag me off my bed. I couldn't scream. I was paralyzed with fear. I was pulled across the room and into my closet. The door slammed shut behind me, and I was left in pitch darkness, feeling an oppressive, malevolent presence all around me. It felt like an eternity before I finally managed to scream. My parents rushed in, but by then, the force had released me, leaving me a sobbing mess on the floor. After that night, I refused to sleep in my room. I spent my nights in my parents' room, but even then, the whispers continued. My parents finally believed me and decided to seek help. We contacted our local parish, and a Catholic priest agreed to come and bless our home. The day the priest arrived, the house felt different. There was a heavy tension in the air, as if the entity knew what was coming. The priest walked through each room, sprinkling holy water and reciting prayers. When he entered my room, the air grew frigid, and a sense of dread washed over me. The priest stood firm, his voice steady and unwavering. As he blessed my room, I felt a sudden, intense pressure, as if the entity was resisting, but the priest persisted. And after what felt like hours, the oppressive feeling lifted. From that day forward, the whispers stopped. The cold hand never returned, and I no longer woke up to find my room in disarray. It was as if a heavy, dark cloud had been lifted from our home. I was finally able to sleep in my own bed again, but the fear and trauma lingered. Even now, years later, I still struggle with what happened. I've never been able to fully explain it, and the memories of those months haunt me. I keep a crucifix by my bed and a bottle of holy water in my nightstand, reminders of the battle we fought and the faith that finally brought us peace. Who can be your friend? The Fingerman can.